Elephant in the room, yes, I'm still filming outside. Yes, I'm still filming on my phone. Yes, the tech gods are still kicking me in the nuts, so not allowing me to use my computer because my computer's just a brick. Yes, you'll be getting better quality soon. With that being said, though, I'm working on sheer fucking will and a shoestring budget of nothing, so here we are. I can hear from the annoyance of fucking negative commenters, though. At least that's being said on YouTube, but I mean, you TikTok commenters are real nice. So, guys, we have a video game review, and who would know, of all things, that we would be getting an Arkham feeling, that high that Arkham's supposed to give you, but from a Lego game. So a good bit of time after Rocksteady decided to nuke themselves by making a Suicide Squad game pay-to-win online bullshit, we have a new Arkham-style game from a completely different company, the Lego Company. It's a new Lego Batman game, and this is one that's so different from what we're used to with Lego. At least for me, I'll admit, I have not played a Lego game in years. Like, I'm so used to the level-based structure of it. I kind of got my hands on that Skywalker game that came out post episode 9 that covers all the movies, but I wasn't a huge fan of it, admittedly. I didn't like how it felt like we were kind of cruising through an open world with not much life in it. It didn't feel alive. It didn't feel like a world I wanted to go back to and seek back to. So, luckily enough, though, this Batman game, complete opposite. I can see this being a criticism for some people, but me personally, I love that this felt more Arkham first, Lego game second, because it actually gave this game an identity within itself. It's a great Batman game first, Lego game second, but it still gives you that Lego game feeling, that addictive feeling of collecting studs, running around the map, doing your collectibles, doing the side missions, but also doing the main stuff, unlocking characters to come back and do those levels again. Or in this case, unlocking abilities to go back to those levels because it's not as character focused as Lego games once were. That is something I'll get into in terms of, I guess, half criticism, half not for me personally, subjectively. So Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight follows Bruce Wayne / Batman, obviously, but it's through his origin story, all the way through developing the Bat family, but it's done in a way that harkens back to the movies, the shows, Batman media in between. And what I love about this so much is that it's not just a reenactment of those movies and stories. It's not just you playing through levels from the games or from the movies that you've seen before. I mean, there's levels of that, there's elements of that, but what I love is that this game crafts a different story, a new Batman story within it to give to you as a player. You get to experience an authentic Batman story that I found actually pretty touching at times and weirdly cinematic. I really enjoyed the tale here because usually I don't get sucked up in a Legos game story. It's like a levelette or two, just stuff before. It's usually just reenactments of the same missions we've seen in a movie. But this time, they added a different flavor to it. They actually, in my opinion, improved on certain elements of Dark Knight Rises with Bat family elements. Like the way they infuse movie plot lines into show plot lines, but then craft their own narrative around it with the new characters is really fascinating. And I thought it just elevated this game to a new level. I was having a blast with the story it was giving me on top of the addictive gameplay. I just appreciated that it was a character-driven approach. You get to see Batman actually have a character arc in this game. That's something you don't really see in a lot of Lego media, or at least the Lego games I've played in my life. Story aside, it's also really good, but the gameplay, the thing we come to see, it's awesome. It's the most Arkham I've felt in years, since Arkham Knight. I'm surprised the Lego game is what's giving us that feel, but it's very authentic. It's smooth. Admittedly, I did take some time to adjust. There's that Lego clunkiness that comes with the feeling of the game at first. The combat can feel a little stiff at first, but once you kind of fall into it, you get used to playing a Lego game. I think it's just a physics thing. Like, the physics of the Legos in these games feel so different from playing a game with just tangible people, so you have to kind of adjust to that movement, that style. It's not as fluid. Like, it's the most fluid, at least for a Lego game, but still having that Lego stockiness in a way that's very odd at times. It's not game breaking, but it is something I had to kind of adjust myself to after playing it for about a couple of days. But then once I did, I was fluid, man. Like, I found myself using the controls in this in other games because I got so used to just running around in this one. And the open world around the game gives you a lot to do and a lot of distractions. I found myself at more than a couple of occasions going to missions and just getting distracted because there's a crime going on, there's a Riddler trophy to be found, that motherfucker's back. There's things to do around the level itself. The open world is grand, but not so big to the point that it feels overindulgent. Like, I like that this isn't like a Rockstar game where it just shoves so much open world at you that it kind of loses charm. Rockstar doesn't do that, but like, if a Lego game tried to make the Rockstar approach, it would lose the Lego charm, is what I'm trying to say. This game never did that, thankfully. I think a better kind of comparison would be like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, or a game like that, where sometimes the world's so vast that it's just like, okay, there's a little too much a little overwhelmed. I thought it was very cool how this game kind of laid out its world. You kind of develop the game through this story. You unlock more of the city as you go along. So it does a good job at sectioning off things. So if you really wanted to complete certain stuff before moving on to the next city, you can. With some exception though, of course, because there are moments where you run into a scenario where you try to solve a puzzle and you realize you just can't do it because your character locked. You need another character to access that point. And a lot of the characters, some of them you don't unlock until the very end game. So I will say, if you're someone who likes to do everything before you reach the end of the story, you kind of can't here, which is bumming in one sense, but it does force you to play a certain way. There is replay value in the levels itself. Typically a Lego game also, like I found not a lot of characters in this one, and usually for a Lego game that'd be a problem. That'd be something like, okay, you're lacking content, but I felt like the gameplay, the quality of what we were getting above the quantity made up for the fact that you don't have like 60 Lego characters to play as, but the characters you do get are a lot of fun. The moment I unlocked Nightwing, there was no going back. He has a specific combo. If you do double tap R2, he throws his electric stick, hits a guy. That way you can start doing the move where you rapidly tap square and he just goes with his nightsticks and then hits him off. It's my favorite move in the game, probably the move I use the most. It's addictive as hell. Once I unlocked Nightwing, I just kept switching to him for combat when I wasn't playing with a friend. And that's another compliment I can give this. The split screen is so much fun, and it's living proof and point that companies are lying their ass off when they tell you they can't put split screen in their game for some fucking reason. This game just did it and proved why you can. Looking at you, Sparking Zero, another game that added split screen after enough backlash, by the way. When game studios say they can't just cause, take it with a grain of salt. On top of this solid gameplay, I found the graphics excellent. This is the best looking Lego game a Lego game has ever looked. Like, I just loved exploring the Gotham City lights, the skyline, like flying around with your cape and just looking at the city and how bright and colorful it is. It has that Schumacher vibe mixed with that Tim Burton vibe, a little bit of Nolan in there, but mostly the more campy, outrageous stuff I liked playing with. Admittedly, like, I got the Schumacher Batmobile from Batman Forever. I played with that for most of the game, and then when I got the Batman animated Batmobile, that was really where I mained that one. And the attention to detail cannot go unspoken. The fact that the Batmobiles and the vehicles have different feelings for them, and they feel like they have a bit of a different operation for where you are in the terrain of Gotham City. I like the fact that there are moments where I was like, I could really use a bike right now. I gotta switch up, or I gotta use my animated series Batmobile because it has a better drift than the Tim Burton Batmobile, for example, depending on the race you're doing. I love that the game has that small attention to detail to make you have to adapt, make you switch up. It gives you reason to play the things you unlock. Some games you unlock so much stuff, you're just like, I'm never using any of this. I have my main things. I like that Lego Batman. I felt encouraged to explore, have fun with the exploration. I felt encouraged to unlock skins before I beat the game. I felt encouraged to unlock the Batmobiles because I want to see what I can do with them. I love Arkham Knight, but even Arkham Knight, admittedly, it was so bumming when I got the DLC for the Ben Affleck Batmobile and I couldn't use anything on it. I had to just only drive it. There was no combat modes, and I was like, kind of just takes away a part of the game, even though it's skin DLC, right? Like, I love the fact that the Lego game showed attention to detail on that each Batmobile has a different operation was great. Like, they didn't have to do that, and they over-excelled in it. You get customization in your Batcave. You get to make it look how you personally like. I tried to give it that Ben Affleck look. I have a bunch of tech out, but weights and shit around as well. Some car parts to make it look like he's been scrapping. I love stuff like that. I love that the game gave me that option to have fun in my little fortress of solitude, or in this case, my Batcave. Not to mention the story isn't too long, which I really appreciate. Like, it's long enough to have fun with it and replay it, but there's enough open world shit around you to explore too on top of that, and I appreciate that. I will say, sometimes in the open world flaws-wise through this game, there's some moments where I was like, this is a little bit repetitive. Like, there are times where the puzzles, I don't really think you need Riddler and Clue Master. You could just do one character, but I was like, good lord, I have to find 200 Wayne Tech caches and do more Clue Master. Oh, and some Riddler. That could just be older me talking. I'm just like, okay, maybe a little more variety between that. But for a Lego game and what it's trying to do, and for a kid, I could see 8-year-old me just being obsessed and not caring. And that's the demographic this game's going for, and it is selling on that. The skins, like, there's plenty of variety in the Batman skins. There's enough quality over quantity to make me forgive the lack of excessive Lego characters. Like, unlocking the absolute Batman skin was really rewarding. I like that certain missions have like Easter eggs, like the Zoo Batman absolute skin is related to the animals you have to find in Gotham City because it's like volume 1, volume 1 of the comic Absolute Batman is called the Zoo. So it's an Easter egg to the zoo. I love shit like that. There's a lot more detail-oriented stuff like that in this game. It's really good. I also appreciate that the puzzles here, they don't always get spelled out for you because it's a kid's game. There's times where you just gotta find the solution and look around, and I appreciate the game relying on you to do that. and not just being like, here's the answer. You're a kid because you can't solve it, right? At least for kids playing the game. You know what I mean. I do laugh at the concept that I think the Lego Bat family is canonically the most violent Bat family, because just because there's no blood doesn't mean you're not decimating people. So people get ripped apart in this game, and it's really funny. I have endless amounts of clips of just Batman brutalizing folks like they're just injured. It's okay. There's one clip I wish I could show is where I was playing as Nightwing. I electrocuted a guy, gave him a kick. He went flying off the building. And this isn't like Spider-Man, where you can see them get animated and get webbed to the other side so they're not hurt. Like, this is a rated G game. This guy is gone. His head is apart. I do feel like the developers saw the comedic value in this being a Batman game, and it just adds to a comedic level that has you laughing while you're just exploring the world. I appreciated those small details. There are several friends who have said they just can't justify paying full price for a Lego game. I get you. I will say this, though. It delivered. Did not expect to get that from this. Like, I did not expect to get the Arkham flavor. I've been craving that addictive nature of the Arkham games from a Lego game of all things. Who knew Rocksteady would not be the one to deliver it? They're just too busy writing the success of that Suicide Squad monstrosity. Good luck to them with all that. This game delivered, though. Guys, what did you think of Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight? Did you enjoy it? Thank you so much for watching Scatterbrain Reviews. What is your favorite Batman game overall? Late on this one, I needed time to play it. I needed time to go through it and not just do the story. I wanted to unlock more shit, go around the world, give you a valid opinion before moving on. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time.